like, for example, if I get somebody, if a law enforcement, if a detective is calling someone and they come and hire me, the first call generally is I call them, hey, how are you? Hey, and they appreciate, for the most part that lawyers are calling them, but a lot of their angle is to talk without a lawyer because they can get you to say a lot of stupid things, right? So, but when that game is up for them, it's not a game, but when that part of their investigation's over, they know once you've lawyered up, they can't do that. The classy cops understand that, and they still remain classy, right? Especially if they have a good case. If it's like, hey, we're just trying to get a statement, Danny. I know that now you're involved. I know you're not going to let him give a statement, but, when we do have a warrant, I'll say, all right, well, if you do have a warrant, let me know. We'll surrender him. We want to prevent a statement. Like, that's not going to help anybody but them, right? So you're trying to protect the client. Most times that's a classy conversation. But then you get a cop who you could tell they're just nasty or don't know what they're doing, and they fight you on it. It just makes it so much uglier. Or in deposition, right? When you're taking a deposition, and I'm taking a deposition from an officer, it goes so my court reporter's always like, you're so nice. I'm like, well, it's not my job to beat them up right then in deposition. Sometimes I'm trying to get a point out of them, right? But I don't need to beat them up for it, right? That you do in trial in front of a jury or in front of a judge where you're trying to attack their credibility. Mm-hmm. But when they're nasty or they're fighting you on it, it just, makes how much easier is it in deposition?
It makes it a lot, especially, if they're trying to defend a position, you can ask a question 30 different ways. And so, they don't notice the subtle shift in the question.
Right.
And so, if they're just being obstinate, it usually makes your job a little easier. So, it's nothing to get upset about. It's,
Or they make you flush it out, right? Like, all right, well, tell me what happened, right? And they're like, well, I got to the scene, and, I saw him, and I approached him, and, you can kind of just go on for a little bit, and then I'll ask you the question when I need to. Mm-hmm. But tell me what happened. Well, I was the officer. Okay, you were the officer. What happened when you got there? I got there, and I saw him. Okay, what did you do next? Now you're pissing me off, right? Mm-hmm. So now I'm really going to just start to sharpen up these questions and just come at you like a hammer, right?
What's the first thing you noticed? What were you thinking?
Yeah, well, I don't know what I was thinking. I don't remember what I was thinking. All right, so we play this game, right? So it just makes everything so much worse. For them, I think, it doesn't help at all. And honestly, if they're in front of a jury, what jury likes a mean cop? Like, what person in the public likes mean cops, right? It's very rare that people like that.
No.
Everybody's experienced, encounters with law enforcement. And when you have a classy law enforcement officer, it leaves you with a good taste in your mouth. When you have one who's nasty to you, you're helping defense attorneys out because they're going to mistrust cops and going to mistrust everything they say. You agree?